It is hot. Okay, so I'm gonna try and make it through this video without sweating and melting like an ice pot. So as you can tell from the title, I will be reviewing Kayali's newest release, Lovefest. I have been a huge fan of Kayali ever since I bought my first Kayali fragrance, which was Sweet Diamond Pink Pepper. And one thing that I love about the Kayali brand in terms of fragrance, it's one of those brands where it's not crazily unaffordable. You get a lot of juice, and you can tell that there's been a lot of thought that's gone into the fragrance bottle design and the fragrance and brand idea. This is the latest Kayali fragrance release, and it's meant to be a cherry based fragrance. Now, the reason I was so excited to get my hands on this is because we all know one of the infamous cherry fragrances in the fragrance world being Tom Ford Lost Cherry. I've smelt Lost Cherry before, and I've heard a few people kind of compare this to it. Not completely 100%, you know, match by match, but I've heard a lot of people liken it to Lost Cherry. Now, Lost Cherry and Tom Ford, listen, I don't want to come on here saying things and, you know, bringing brands down, etc. But I don't have the coin for I don't have the coin for Lost Cherry. I don't have the coin for Lost Cherry, and I'll be honest, I've heard reviews of people saying that the fragrance doesn't last. When I tried Lost Cherry, longevity wasn't bad, but then I had a small sample, so you know, I didn't get to try it for a long time. I took the sample with me to top up when I was out, and it smelled really nice, so that makes me equally as excited to try this and see what the vibe is. Now, already on the bottle, on the back, you can see the keynotes. Keynotes here state Burning Cherry, Raspberry, Praline, Palo Santo, Guaiac Wood, and Patchouli. Now, Palo Santo sticks out to me. I know that is kind of like people burn Palo Santo in their house for cultural, spiritual reasons. So I'm quite curious to see how this kind of translates in a fragrance. This is me unboxing it. Obviously it came in a like packaging box, but I've taken it out. It still has the film on it. So I'm going to take the film off. This is the box. Now guys, the bottle, I'm absolutely in love. I'm gonna get up and show close shots of the bottle, but once again Kayali stuns us with a gorgeous bottle. Now again, this bottle obviously features the same glass container and jeweled top. Again, this is just such a beautiful piece of art. Like, it entices you to want to own the fragrance, and the cap comes off like that. Okay, now this is the first spray, and you're gonna get my honest and authentic reaction. So guys, oh, this is giving Lost Cherry. Now I see what people were saying. This is giving Lost Cherry. It's a bit spicy. I can definitely smell the Palo Santo. The Palo Santo gives it a slight herbalness, but there's definitely a lot of cherry there. I can smell the praline. It's quite sweet, quite nutty. I can definitely understand the comparisons to Lost Cherry. It definitely has that on the top, like when you first spray it, when you initially smell it, I can definitely smell Lost Cherry, but as it starts to sit in the skin, okay, and that cherry really smooths out, and the fragrance does, yeah, that cherry smooths out, unlike Lost Cherry where the cherry kind of remains for, you know, the whole of the fragrance. Yeah, that cherry smooths out, and then you get the woodiness and the Palo Santo. I'm not gonna lie, I really would have wanted the cherry to linger a bit longer. Oh, the cherry has kind of gone to the second row. It's not completely gone, you can still smell her presence, but she's definitely in the second row of the audience. She's no longer front and center. and the nuttiness comes through. Okay, so that is really nice. It's not really what I was expecting. I think I let people, you know, kind of get in my head about Lost Cherry, so I was expecting a bit more Lost Cherry, but it's really fruity and nutty. You can smell the raspberry. It's not gourmand leaning, because I really thought the praline would kind of add a gourmand aspect to it as well as the cherry, but it's not gourmand leaning. What I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of test the longevity of the fragrance, but with Kayali's kind of formulations, I'm really familiar with the longevity. So I'm going to see if Lovefest performs the same way as other Kayali scents do. This is nothing against the brand, but just on me personally, Kayali fragrances don't seem to last very long. And very long to me is really, let's say 5 to 8 hours. Very long to me is I spray the fragrance when I leave my house in the morning, and when I get to my destination and I'm coming back in the evening, I can still smell the fragrance without having to have topped up. That's long lasting to me, and not a lot of fragrances last that long on me, only a few. My skin eats fragrances, like fragrance just doesn't last on my skin very long. This is a few minutes later. The cherry has definitely settled down, and I can really just smell the woods and the Palo Santo and a bit of the nuttiness from the praline. The Palo Santo me gives kind of like a herbalness. It gives kind of like a herbalness, but with the subtle sweetness of the cherry, it kind of balances the herbal smell out. I would probably kind of layer this with something vanilla-y, kind of to see what kind of dimension it gives the fragrance. But this is it's a welcome surprise from Kayali. So that was my review on Kayali's new fragrance, Lovefest Cherry. Let me know what you guys think of the fragrance, if you've bought it, if you're thinking of buying it. Just let me know what you think, like honest opinions. This is a safe space, no judgment zone. But yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video.